We all know the classic story. The hero saves the day, and the villain gets cast into the shadows. But what if I told you the real story is a bit more nuanced? The villain isn't always evil. Sometimes they're just misunderstood, the bold, assertive people who dared to live authentically, despite the backlash. And honestly, in a world that expects you to be small, agreeable, and accommodating, stepping into your villain era might just be the most empowering move you can make. Welcome to your villain era, a time when you stop playing nice for the sake of others and start living on your own terms. Ready to see why that's not just okay, but necessary for your growth? Let's dive in. Act 1. Why it's okay to be the villain. Sometimes. 1. You can't please everyone, so stop trying. Let's take a cue from Taylor's Reputation era. When Swift was constantly scrutinized by the media, she could have played it safe and stayed silent. Instead, she embraced her bad girl image, leaning into the snake iconography people associated with her. Taylor didn't try to change their minds. She owned the narrative. By stepping into her villain role, she took back her power and gave us some of her most iconic music. The lesson? People will judge you no matter what. You could be the kindest, most generous person in the room, and someone will still find fault. When you're in your villain era, you stop trying to win everyone over. You become laser-focused on satisfying the one person who matters most, yourself. Seeking universal approval is like chasing a mirage. It's exhausting and 100% pointless. Remember, the people who have the biggest problem with your boundaries are the ones who benefited from you having none. Blossom tip. When you stop trying to please everyone, you regain the energy you used to spend worrying about opinions that don't matter. Reflect time. Where in your life are you trying to be the good guy? What would change if you stopped caring about others' opinions? Act 2. How to enter your villain era, step by step. Decide who you really are and own it. Let's talk about Maleficent, the ultimate misunderstood villain. In the classic tale, she's portrayed as pure evil. But when you look deeper, especially in the modern retelling, you see she was driven by betrayal and hurt. Maleficent didn't change who she was for anyone. She owned her narrative, even if it made others uncomfortable. The minute you embrace your true self, flaws, ambitions, shadow side, and all, you become untouchable. Action. Step. Write down 3 characteristics people often criticize you for. Example, too intense, too ambitious, too sensitive. Instead of seeing these as flaws, write a positive affirmation for each. Own them. Example, instead of, I'm too intense, say, my intensity is what drives my success. Act 3. Cut the cord. Let go of what's holding you back. Villains don't waste time on dead weight. Think of Regina George from Mean Girls. When her friends tried to undermine her, she didn't hesitate to cut them off. Okay, she may have been a bit extreme, but you get the point. You don't need to burn bridges, but you do need to stop investing in people and activities that drain your energy. Your villain era requires ruthless prioritization. Actionable step. Make a keep or cut list. On one side, write down what fuels you. On the other, write what drains you. Commit to trimming at least one energy-draining obligation this week. Blossom tip. By cutting what doesn't serve you, you free up space for opportunities that align with your true self. Reinvent yourself. Create your iconic look. When Lady Gaga burst onto the scene with her outrageous outfits and bold persona, many people called her strange, weird, or even villainous. But her distinct look wasn't just for show. It was her way of claiming her space and making sure she was unforgettable. Your reinvention doesn't have to be as dramatic, but it should be a reflection of your newfound confidence. Style challenge. Spend a day dressed as your boldest, most confident self. Wear that outfit you've been saving, put on the red lipstick, or wear the statement piece that makes you feel unstoppable. Notice how it changes your energy. Blossom tip. Honey, if they're staring, it's because you look good. Own it. Master the art of the poker face. Villains like Miranda Priestly from The Devil Wears Prada don't wear their emotions on their sleeves. They maintain a calm, collected demeanor, which gives them a strategic edge. The next time someone tries to ruffle your feathers, smile, nod, and keep your thoughts to yourself. Let them wonder what you're thinking. Challenge. Practice the power of silence. The next time someone tests you, resist the urge to explain or justify yourself. Simply smile and say, noted. Why your villain era is the best thing that's happened to you. You learn to stop asking for permission. The hero waits for the perfect moment, for someone to grant them the right to pursue their dreams. The villain? They take what they want, no permission needed. This is your permission slip to chase your goals without needing approval from anyone else. It's time to move confidently in the direction of your desires. Your new motto: I don't need permission to live my life fully. I'm writing my own script now. You're finally living authentically. When you embrace your villain era, you stop editing yourself to make others comfortable. You're not living for their approval, but for your own peace and joy. This is where the real transformation happens. You realize that the people who matter will accept you as you are, and those who don't. They were never really in your corner to begin with. Affirmation: I am done hiding. I deserve to live boldly, fully, and unapologetically. You've embraced the power of discomfort. Villains thrive in the uncomfortable spaces where heroes fear to tread. In your villain era, you lean into discomfort because you know it's a sign of growth. You take risks, face challenges head-on, and use setbacks as stepping stones. Growth tip: do one thing every day that scares you, even if it's small. The more you face your fears, the stronger you become. Villain Era Toolkit: your guide to stepping into your power. Set boundaries like a boss. Write down 3 non-negotiables in your life. Example: I will no longer accept last-minute requests that disrupt my schedule. Create clear, simple scripts for communicating these boundaries to others. For example, you could say, I appreciate you thinking of me, but I won't be able to take that on right now. Daily power affirmations. Start your day with affirmations that embrace your new villain era mindset. Try these. I don't need permission to live my life fully. I am powerful, confident, and in control. I embrace all parts of myself, even the ones that make others uncomfortable. The cut the cord exercise. Each week, choose one task, habit, or relationship that's holding you back. Take one concrete step to minimize or eliminate its influence. This could mean unfollowing a toxic social media account, skipping an unproductive meeting, or distancing yourself from a draining friend. Reflect and journal. Keep a villain era journal where you reflect on your progress. Use the following prompts to get started. Where did I prioritize myself today? What did I say no to this week that used to drain me? How have I grown by embracing my villain era? The takeaway? It's time to write your own story. Stepping into your villain era isn't about becoming bad. It's about becoming unapologetically you. It's about refusing to fit into the box that others have tried to place you in and stepping into your full, powerful self. It's about owning your desires, setting firm boundaries, and living life on your terms. So here's your challenge. Step into your villain era with confidence. Own every decision, embrace your boldness, and stop apologizing for it. In a world that wants to keep you small, becoming the villain might just be the ultimate act of rebellion. So, are you ready to enter your villain era? What's the first thing you're going to do to shake things up? Share your plans in the comments below. I can't wait to see you step into your power. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed watching this video.